welcome to Straight Talk Media Show. The presenter is Moi Omotisen, and then we're going to look at 3 mistakes that women makes in a relationship. Today we're going to look at 3 mistakes that we make in a relationship. I received a topic from a young beautiful lady, and based on the topic that I received, I decided to talk about it and share some stuff out there based on my marriage experience. So I'm going to read the topic out. I'm about to be married to the man of my dreams. So what are the red flags or things I should avoid doing in my relationship? Isn't that sweet? Isn't that sweet? That's so, clever of this young beautiful woman. Because listen, marriages are not lasting nowadays, especially with the young ones who have been, who are getting into marriages. We have a different perspective when we get into marriage, because we think like the way we used to be when we were dating, it will be the same when we get married. I'm sorry to break this news to you that it's not the same, sweetheart. It's not the same. Dating is different. Being a fiancé is different, and having the ring on is also different. But it's all good. It's all good. You understand? You're watching Straight Talk Media Show. Call me DJ Stonzia and I'll respond, yes, Akukraba. So today we're looking at 3 mistakes that women we make in a relationship based on the topic that I have received. I hope you're going to enjoy, and I hope you're going to receive something from this topic, and I believe that you're going to leave your comments, share the video, and tag a friend. You understand? So women, we need to set standards in our marriages, in our relationship, and whatever we're doing regarding relationship, because sometimes we don't, because you see the person, I love you, you start dating, you become serious, you become boyfriend and girlfriends, fiancés, and then you're so excited, and then the wedding, you don't even ask any questions. You're just so excited that this man is going to become your husband. You're just so excited that this man is a fiancé. You're so excited that you got a ring on. We don't ask questions, because what we see, we think that it's going to be like that till that kingdom come. What we see, we think it's going to be like that till thy kingdom come. Sweetheart, I'm sorry, it doesn't. So we need to set standards. We need to ask questions. We need to ask questions. You understand? So number 1 mistakes that we make in a relationship is, one mistake that we make is ask for what you want instead of accepting what you think you should receive. Ask for what you want. Ask the questions. Set standards that you want to see, instead of accepting, or instead of hoping that, oh, this is what it's going to be, or instead of believing that he knows this is what I want. He knows that women don't like it. He knows that this is how women should be treated and all that. Ask for what you want instead of accepting or hoping for what you should receive. Most women become bitter and resentful when they don't get what they wanted, and also expect from their spouse, from their partners. That can also result in disrespecting, belittling your other partner. You understand? You need to ask for what you want. You need to set your standard instead of hoping that, oh, he knows I want that. He knows women should be treated like that. He knows women should be given this on Valentine's Day. He knows women should be given this on anniversaries and all that. No, your husband or your partner is not a magician. You need to ask for what you want instead of, thinking that he should know. It doesn't work like that in marriages. Maybe when you're dating, maybe when you're fiancé, you can. But when you are in a serious relationship, you need to ask for what you want. You need to set standards. You need to tell the person exactly what you want, because your partner is not a magician. And sometimes when we don't get that, we become resentful, we become angry, we become bitter, we disrespect our partners. Go, oh, you didn't get me this. You should know this is what I want. You should know this is what I want. You should know this is what I want. It doesn't work like that in marriages. You should know that, and then you get so bitter, you get so angry, you become resentful, you insult your partner. It doesn't work work like that in marriages. So learn to say what you want, communicate with your partner, give him some clue. If you know that is coming, your wedding anniversary is coming on very soon, give him some clue, drop some hints, drop some clue. Valentine's Day is coming very soon, drop some hint. I did that, this Valentine's Day, I did that. I was like, this is what, in my head, I knew what I wanted. No, I didn't even tell my husband, but in my head, I was hoping to get up early in the morning, bunch of flowers, bouquet, chocolate of my favorites, big bottle of champagne, some big card with sweet words and all that. In my head, I expect my husband to know that because we've been together more than 10 years. So I expect him to know what I want. But when I got up, I didn't see that. Okay? My little girl came to me and we were talking, and then I said to her, do you know today is mommy's wedding anniversary? And she was like, oh my God, did daddy know that? And then she walked out and went upstairs and, told, her daddy that today is your wedding anniversary. And then they went out and bought me stuff. It wasn't what I wanted in my head because I didn't give them the clue, but I got something. So this is how women, we operate, and I want us to stop that. Don't become bitter, don't become resentful because he didn't give you that. You didn't give him a clue. Men don't think the way we think. You understand? So don't disrespect him because he got you something that you didn't want because you expect him to get something. You didn't give him a clue, and your husband is not a magician. So women should stop that. You understand? And the second thing I want us to look at is, the second mistake is women like to tell friends about their partners. Women we like to gossip about our husbands, our partners, to our girlfriends. That is one biggest mistake that we do in our marriages. That's one biggest mistake that has destroyed our marriages, our relationship. And that's one biggest mistake that you made. And that's why that man didn't marry you. You thought, oh, he's the one, everything was perfect. And before you know, he's dating somebody else. Because of our mouth, because of gossiping. You're telling your friends about your husband's bad habits. You're gossiping about your partner. You're gossiping about your husband. You're gossiping about the man that you claim you love to your friends. And before you know, that man is dating your best friend. Have you ever thought about why the man that you claim you love, or the man that you think he loves you so much, is dating your partner or dating your best friend? Have you ever asked yourself that question? Because of your big lips, because you couldn't keep it quiet, because you're gossiping. Gossiping is the biggest betrayal and trust of violation in a relationship. Gossiping, telling you're telling your friends about your partner, business and all that, and you think these friends are your best friend, you trust them. They go around and tell your friend, your husband, about things that you said about them. You understand? Yes, we all have, we all need friends. We all need friends that we can confide in, tell them about what is going on in our relationship, confide in them on all that. But you need to be very careful. What destroys a relationship comes from the relationship. What destroys marriages and relationship comes from a relationship. It doesn't come from outside. It comes from the relationship because it's what you tell somebody about the relationship, and that's what that person repeated to your partner. So don't think, oh, my marriage is not working, my relationship is not working because the witchcraft, somebody is telling because you tell them. Somebody is telling your partner because you told them. It's very careful. Very careful, my fellow women. Gossiping is the biggest betrayal of trust and violations of privacy. And that is what destroyed your marriage. You still don't know, don't you? So like, she did that. I thought she was my friend. I thought that because you told her, and she fancied your husband for all you know. So we need to be very careful about things that we say about our partner to our friends. Gossiping is the biggest betrayal or violation in a relationship. Understand? So let's look at these 10 things, Remember I said we're looking at 3 things that destroy relationships, or 3 things that, women we make in our relationship. You're watching Straight Talk Media Show watch my videos on YouTube, subscribe, like, and leave your comments. It's very important. I'm a married woman. I'm married more than 10 years. I'm a wife and I work. And I want to use my experience to share with you so that you can work on your relationship. You can improve on your relationship. No marriage is perfect. No relationship is perfect. You think you're going to leave that man and move on because this man is flirting with you at workplace, and you think that when you leave your husband and get with him, he will treat you better than what your husband is treating you. Oh, he might. The first 5 months, 6 months, he might. After a year, you tell yourself, I wish I never left my husband, but it's too late. And I want to assure you, I want to encourage you that no marriage is perfect. Every marriages and relationships are working in progress. So let's look at the 10 things that destroy marriages and relationships. Women often fail to see their partners for who they are. We fail to see our partners that this is who my partner is, this is who my partner is. But instead, we want them to become who we want them to become. Or because you're going to church, your pastor is preaching all this, men should be like that, men should be like that, this is what your man should do, you should expect blah, 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 blah. No. We all have different behaviors. We come from different backgrounds, different cultures, with different challenging behavior. You need to respect your husband for who he is. You can't force anybody to change. Maybe you say, oh yeah, he didn't show me that side of him when we were dating. He showed me that when we got married and when we committed and all that. Yes, people change, people grow. We all have challenging behavior. But when that comes into light, don't judge him upon that. You might have something that you didn't show him when you were dating, but you can work on that. You can accept him instead of focusing all your energy on that negative behavior. You can channel that negative behavior into something else. And accept him for who he is and respect him for who he is. You can't change people, but accepting them and respecting them can make them change. I promise you, and I bet you on that. You can't change your husband. Something, I change him. You didn't change him. He decided to change. And I don't want you to make that mistakes. People change because they want to change. So learn to accept your husband. Even though what the behaviors that he's exhibiting now, he didn't show you when you were dating. Now that you're married, 2 years, 3 years after, he's exhibiting that behavior. Yes, of course, people change. He's a human being. His flesh just like you and I. And people change. Situation changes. Accept him for who he is and respect that, and and hoping and pray that sometime or one day, sometime, somehow, something will click and your partner will change. Okay. Accept him for who he is instead of trying to change him to be who you want him to be. We have, like I said, we all have different challenges and behaviors. So channel that negative thought, on something else, and hope and pray with him, and hopefully he will change to be the man that you want him to be. But remember, you can't force him. And remember, we're looking at 3 mistakes that women make in our relationship. You understand? We need to ask for what we want instead of hoping that this person knows what I want. You understand? Women, we need to stop gossiping about partners to our friends. Gossiping is the biggest betrayer of trust and violation of privacy. You can't go and tell people about your husband's business, your friend's business, even though they are your friends. Please stop. Stop saying negative stuff about your partner to your friends, because they will judge him based on what you've told them. No one is perfect. They're not telling you what their husband is doing, but you doing that. Stop. It's the biggest betrayal and trust and violation of relationship. Let's learn to accept our husbands and our partners the way we are, instead of trying to changing them, forcing them to be something that they're not. It doesn't work like that. It creates a biggest problems, the biggest issue in a relationship. If your partner is behaving in a way that you don't, expect him to be, change your focus on something positive. Thank you for watching your DJ Stones here. I'm a married woman. I've been married more than 10 years. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, and I work. And I want to use my experience in my marriage to help you so that you can work on your marriage. There's no point leaving. Where you going? That person is relation. Listen, No relationship is perfect. Yes, that man will respect you for the first month, 2 months, 1 year. He will do exactly what you want him to do. But after that, you will see his true colors. And then you sit down and say, I wish I never left my husband. But it's too late. No relationship is perfect. No marriage is perfect. And no one is perfect. And perfect is for boring. So work on yours and pray and ask God to make it the way you can cope with it, because no one is perfect. Thank you for watching your DJ Stills. Yeah, I want to play your music. I'm not I have no right to this music. It's all for entertainment reasons. So Facebook, YouTube, please don't bill me and don't send me any charges. I love you for watching. Thank you.